This month, we're super excited to have wines from Vonda, California. Our friends there make really amazing wines, and we have this one, Queen of the Galaxy Barbera, for almost all the clubs except for the orange. And then we also have their pet nat and a lovely aged wine from them as well. If you like this one, I definitely recommend getting the other ones as well on the retail. All right, so a little bit about them. Adam and Kate Vuvrales, I think I said it right. They make wines in Southern California. They also have an awesome natural wine shop down there. So if you're in the Pasadena, I believe it is, area, definitely check out Good Luck Wine Shop. It's like literally part of their winery. So it's, I assume, very fun. I can't wait to come see them at some point because you can walk in, you can see the winery, you can also get bottles, and they sell other stuff there as well. Really lovely community area. So this is mainly Barbera. I don't know exactly the alcohol percent. I love that they just put 11 to 14 on all of the bottles. So somewhere in between there is where this one lies. It's from Contra Costa. They farm organically, or the people they buy the grapes from farm organically. They don't fine or filter, generally, natural principles. Only made 74 cases. So we have the majority of this wine in the US right now, which is pretty cool. Oh, actually, I do know, sorry, it's 12.5% ABV. It just says 11 to 14 on the bottle. So yeah, so as far as Barberas go, this is a really cool expression of it, and I won't give too much away because we should just go ahead and walk through it ourselves, but that should give you a general idea from it. Oh, and the name comes from the character that Jane Fonda played in a show one time that I've not seen, but it was apparently called Barbera, Barbera, get it? All right, so on the nose, oh man, this thing is so fruity and lovely. It's like, it's interesting because it's like jammy, but like in, I don't want to say like in a good way, like obviously in a good way. Jammy's never a bad thing, but it's interesting because it's like, it's almost like California wine light. So, if you have family that's super into like Napa Cab or whatever, there is nothing Napa Cab about this, but there is still something reminiscent of like California grapes at the end of the day, that they're going to be drawn to and feel familiar with. So yeah, so it's like at the top, like spicy blackberries is the first thing that I'm getting. Then like some of the other berries, blueberries, a little bit of plum. You get on the bottom, dark cherries, a little bit of savoriness to it, like kind of leathery, but not a lot. There's something else there. It's like I think it's a baking spice, but a few different types probably. Anyways, it smells amazing. It smells so good. So let's just go ahead and try it and see what we get there. Oh man, yeah. So while the nose might be reminiscent and be like, oh, like, more traditional style California wine, the palate is a total departure. It is like spicy, it is zippy, it's got this huge acidity going on with it, but balanced, like lovely balance. The tannin is fairly low, or not low, the tannin is probably medium, but the acid is just so lovely and high on it that I think that it's kind of like getting a back seat basically in this scenario. So the mouthfeel is lovely, like the structure is great. Then everything that I just mentioned from the fruit is still there. It's like, it's interesting because it's like a lot of dark fruit, but I would also describe it as very bright. It's like got this like, high acidity, bright fruit. It's just fresh. It's like a very fresh, it's like a fresh take on, California red wine, because most traditional California red wine feels jammy and a little bit like, I don't know, old. It's not the right word, but I'm just going to go with it because I don't know exactly where I'm going with that. And this is just like such a lovely new take on it. It's like got the beautiful nose, and then it just has this like zippy, bright, lovely structured palette to back it up. So with that in mind, don't try and go pair it with what you would normally put your slab in a cab with. Again, this is A, Barbera at the end of the day, and B, it's not the same style or structure as that. It's definitely going to go with your junk foods, your hamburgers, your pizzas, your chicken nuggets, your whatever. Like, certainly you could do that. You could also go the Italian route here. You could go with like some pastas, which exact ones, like tomato-based pastas, I would say mainly. You could also do like some nice like mushroom risotto with it. That could be really nice here, or like butternut squash risotto. Honestly, like this is a very food-friendly wine, so you could go in a lot of directions with it. Just don't put it with something that like requires a lot of tannin, because that's not the role that this wine plays. So yeah, super delicious. I'm very excited for basically all of you guys to try it. And if you love it, definitely grab some of their other ones, because they're just doing some really cool stuff down there. And if you're in California, go see them, because they're not, well, California's huge, but if you're in Southern California, they're not that far from you. So enjoy.